This is my 2000 Toyota Land Cruiser with 327,000 miles, and today we're going to give you a little review. I've owned it for 2 years. I'm going to talk about some of the things that have gone wrong with it, some of the things I love about it, but generally speaking, I've had little to no problems. I love this more than my 2021 Mustang Mach-1 with a handling package, and I recommend these vehicles to anybody that wants a SUV that is four-wheel drive and has the Toyota reliability. I'm just totally in love with this. I added some wheels and tires, 285, 75, 16, I believe. And there's a nice train. There's the Capitol building. We're in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. And let's just jump in and go on a quick ride. Like I said, I added these visors, these kind of oversized visors. And I added some zero offset, I believe, 16 by 8s. And this is River Rock mica. I've upgraded the headlights and fog lamps to LEDs, and the interior lights. I can put the links to those in the description if you'd like the links for those, and for the visors. And on this vehicle in particular, it does have the rear pop out. You press a button and these they're motorized, they go ring and pop out. And this came equipped with the pop down DVD player and the rear heater. And then also, if you go to the back, you can just pop this guy open. And sorry, it's dirty, guys. I've got a nice toolbox that the previous owner, I've got full size jack, tools. To jump start, I've got chairs, I've got air, pretty much anything you could need. So let's hop inside. Like I said, I've had this about 2 years now since I moved back here from Los Angeles, and it's got 327,000 miles on it. So let's start it up. And what you notice is oil pressure good. Let's check out the mileage so you guys know. Yep, 337,113. And it's still cold, so we just started it up. I use a scan gauge to check the water temperature while I'm driving. And the cool thing about this vehicle is we do have a manual handbrake. And if you want to go to four-wheel low, you just put it in neutral, pop this guy down. And here we are in four-wheel low. Here we are bumping around. We just got some snow in Nashville. And this vehicle is lifted with a 2.5-inch lift. And we're gonna take it out of four-wheel low because it's not necessary. Back to neutral, back to high, back to drive. If you do want to use the center locking diff, you can press this button. I believe that on this vehicle, I believe that the switch on the transfer case is locked up. You can change that by going underneath the vehicle and changing the switch. You can get the little switch on Amazon. So it's very loud because that snow is frozen. But let's just go on a little drive. And I've recently lost 30 pounds at 40 years old. If you'd like to do the same, hit the link below. I'd love to give you a free week of coaching. So that's the app. So with programming, for training, the diet, everything you need to do to lose body fat and build muscle, I will help you out, give you a free week of coaching. Hit the link below. I'd love to help you out. This does have some options like the digital rear view mirror with reflection. And here is where you open up the rear vents. You just press this button and that opens up the rear window. Now we're going to close it. That's pretty much it. I mean, there's a lot of really cool features. You have the rear defrost, you have the center locking diff. This is all OEM factory from 24 years ago. You know, you have your big sunroof that I really like. Like I said, the DVD player. I replaced these with some LEDs, which you can get in the description. You've got your oh crap handles on both sides and in the rear, which I think is really cool. And a third one up there on top as well. So previous owner added some Bluetooth. Generally speaking, this has one of the most reliable motors. It's this V8 that Toyota has. It has the power button from the back in the day. Toyota used to put this power button here. It holds the shift points a little higher. And then you can start off in second gear if you want to on icy conditions. And we're on a little hill here, but I put these BFG KO2s on this vehicle, and man, it just drives great. And it's just the best winter vehicle. The only thing that I've had go wrong is the heater T's exploded on the highway, which the previous owner did not repair them, and that's why they exploded. But it does have an upgraded suspension, so it's got a 2.5-inch lift from Ironman, and then I added the KO2 tires with some better offset wheels, the LEDs. Other than that, that's pretty much all I've done. I just wanted to make it look really good and kind of an OEM Plus style vehicle. And now I'd say the downside is it doesn't get that good of gas mileage. It gets pretty crappy gas mileage. But as far as a daily driver, I would rather have a vehicle that gets poor gas mileage and it feels like you're just cruising in style and luxury and pay the premium for that. And if you want to watch, this is where I got shot at 7 times in my Mustang chasing some thieves. If you'd like to watch that video, that is on the channel also, about my blue Mustang Mach 1. Some guys were breaking in. I digress. We're gonna go over here. Hopefully some of these roads are a little more icy and snowy. We got like 6 inches at least of snow here in Nashville yesterday. And honestly, this is it's just my favorite vehicle. It always starts, it always drives, and it's a very, very nice vehicle without feeling like you're showing off. In 2000, this vehicle sticker price was $56,000 in the year 2000. So 23 years ago, this vehicle was 24 years ago, this vehicle was about the same price as a used Mach 1 is currently. And I've got the seat heaters on right now. And let's just come to a dead stop, and we're gonna slam on the gas and see the traction control kick in. See, it's perfect. It's using the ABS to lock up and work as a differential, as a locking differential, because this vehicle does not have lockers for 2000. 99 and 2000 did have the option for lockers, and they would put it down here. For this one, it has A-Track. It uses the anti-lock braking system to manipulate the tires and the wheels. So it has a straight rear axle and an independent front suspension. Has a 4.7 liter V8 dual overhead cam 32 valve. It's something like 275 torque, 235 horsepower. It has a 4-speed automatic transmission. And you do have a low, if you want to put it in low here, obviously has heat and air and power, this and that, and all the options. But I think the main takeaway from this vehicle is, and if you want, you can put rear seats, you can put the 3rd row seating in the back. But I would say the main takeaway from this vehicle is just that every time you go to start the car, it starts right up. And there's something that just feels solid and rugged about it. The engine is smooth, it purrs like a kitten. And if it wasn't lifted with this aftermarket suspension, I think I would like it even more. I really like the OEM ride quality of the Toyota shocks, but it's lifted so I can get over some bigger obstacles, although I pretty much use it as a daily. I don't really need, for me, the trade-off for the lift isn't, I'd rather have the ride quality over the extra inch of travel or ride height. But what I will say is that I have no problem getting over things. It doesn't get hung up. I can pretty much take it wherever I want. With these KO2s, all you need to do on a Land Cruiser is throw some KO2 tires on it, and you can pretty much go wherever you, I mean, you're not gonna go mud bogging, you're not gonna go rock climbing, but you can get pretty darn well, you can get a lot of places. And the main thing is just that it's reliable. And the way that you sit up in this vehicle is great. You just feel like you're sitting up high. You have really, really good visibility all the way around you. If you wanna get some more sunlight, you just open this, get some sunlight from ahead, over, above. And really all I think you need to do in these vehicles is just put some wheels and tires to give it a little bit more of an aggressive look, and you're ready to roll. I mean, this thing is just, if I hit my brakes, I'm going about 20. I mean, there's the ABS, but it stopped me no problem. Yeah, this thing just rocks, man. Last year, the traction control wasn't working. So that happens when, I believe it's like stability control, when it feels like you're sliding a bit, you'll hear that beeping noise. So if you're having traction control issues, here's the other problem that I've had with this. In the beginning, the A-track was not working, so it acted like it had an open differential where it would get stuck easily. What happened was, when someone had taken off the dash to replace a light bulb, they didn't plug the dash back in properly. So there was a disconnection on the back. There's a wiring harness. So all I had to do was push the dash in, and all of a sudden the traction control started working. So it acts like it has locking differentials now, essentially. But before, it had one wheel pill. The other thing, like I said, was the heater tees need to be replaced on these every 10 years or so. And someone hadn't done that. So the heater tee exploded. But thankfully, I've got a whole nother video on that if you want to look at how to replace the heater tees, how I fixed it. And I didn't blow my motor. And the other thing was that after it had gotten really hot like that, almost like it was overheated, after it got really hot, I had a starting issue. And the way that I fixed the starting issue was I pulled out the little starter. There's a starter relay on the back and the fuse box. I pulled out the starter relay, and then from pulling out the starter relay, the vehicle started. So all I had to do was pull the starter relay and then plug it back in, and then the vehicle started, no problem. The other thing is, so I went ahead and I put the starter relay in the glove box, and there's a whole video on that. If you're getting a clicking noise in your Land Cruiser and it won't start, unplug the starter relay and then plug it back in. And that's pretty much all I got, guys. This is one of the most reliable vehicles I've ever had. Essentially, it's my favorite vehicle to drive. I would drive this over the Mustang all the time, and it's my favorite vehicle. Like I said in the beginning of the video, if you're a man who wants to lose body fat and build muscle, I lost 30 pounds in 6 months working with my coach. I've been doing this for 20 years, but I really needed help losing body fat. So I just hired a coach, did exactly what he told me to do. I just said, I'm going to do whatever you tell me to do. That's how I lost the body fat and gained muscle. If you would like to learn how to do that, I will give you a free week of coaching. Just hit the link below. I'd love to have you in the group. And I will catch you in the next video. Let me know if you would rather daily drive the Mustang Mach-1 or the Toyota Land Cruiser. I know which one I drive, and it is the Land Cruiser. I drive this one every single day. Let me know, and I will catch you in the next video.